Peace and blessings and namaste to all light warriors, workers, and everything in between. It is I, Sophie, today, and I just pulled in from work, but I had to get this brief message out here for you. First of all, I want to let you all know that I miss you. I really do. I'm used to sending you guys videos, every other day, every couple of days, but I have been so wrapped up on my New Earth mission that it has been a little bit overwhelming. And when I get home, I still have, personal sessions to do. So I'm trying my best, but I understand the importance of the mission right now. And here's what I want to say to you. We are coming up on a total lunar eclipse, right? And I want you to stay focused on this lunar eclipse, okay? Because it is very, very important. I shared with you in previous videos what tend to transpire during eclipses. And a lot of ascending and descending tend to happen during these eclipses. It is Jacob's ladder, okay? Don't just think everyone here is just ascending and going upwards. No, some are descending as well, okay? You need to have laser focused vision, okay, on what it is that you are trying to achieve. Now, why am I saying this to you? The timeline split, okay, the two realities that are playing out simultaneously is both working for the betterment of humanity. But there are those of us who are already on the new earth, and our charge is creating it, okay? And the reason why I'm sharing this with you and its importance is because while one matrix is being destroyed, another one is simultaneously being built, right? Okay, now, you need to understand that when we said the meek shall inherit the earth, we're not just talking about homeless people. We're not just talking about indigenous people. We're talking about the people who have been subjugated or subjected to injustices, unfair laws, harsh punishments, things of that nature. These are everyday people, okay? So do not be surprised if you are not going to be thrusted into an occupation, industry, or something that you are not qualified for. All right? Why? We're tired of the politicians, okay? We're tired of those who have been monopolizing certain industries for years and years and years and years and years. And now, who is better to govern a new earth than the people who are living it? Do you understand? So some of you are going to be pushed into positions that you're not qualified for and that you never thought that you'd be good at, okay? And this is, yes, it may be government, it may be politics, it may be financial, banking, all of those things, okay? This is being turned over to you now. So it is important for you to start creating. Keep thine eye single. Okay, there's too many distractions that are going on out there in this world right now. You are to keep keep your eye single, right, on the goal. Some of these changes are not just going to take place because things are going to crash and then they're just going to reappear and it's going to be helter-skelter. No, we don't serve a God of chaos. All right, we serve a God of order. Our creator is orderly. The universe is orderly. Okay, so if the case is you are banking that, things are going to crash and then humanity is going to be running helter-skelter, that's not logical thinking. That's not righteous thinking. All right. So be prepared to be pushed in certain industries that you're not prepared to be in. Okay. And learn what you have to do. Do what you have to do. I'm struggling right now. I'm in an industry that I was never prepared for, but I understand the mission. I got the assignment. All right. And the best way to change anything is from the inside out. You must understand this and you must recognize this. We change things from the inside out. So we are on, some of us, the new earth people, are on infiltration missions. All right. Some of you are building your own. Okay. You're becoming entrepreneurs. You might be creating your own apps. You might be creating your own banking systems. You might be creating your own businesses, empires, all of that. And others of you are being called to serve on a different level. You must not shun this, new earthers. Okay? You must not shun this. It is imperative, if you are called to step outside of your comfort zone, to go for it. Okay? Now, simultaneously, why I'm saying this to you is there is a lot of distractions during this time, okay? And the distractions are designed to keep the mind idle. Idle mind is the devil's playground, okay? Don't get out of this thinking that when you ascend, all you're going to do is party all day. All you're going to do is live life all day. No, we are creator beings. We're constantly working, okay? Our ancestors are constantly working, all right? Even when you ascend, you may go through a period of rest, rejuvenation, okay? But you're going to be working, all right? Now, we've always been talking about the new earth. Nobody's really talking about the new heaven. That's part of it too, okay? Now, what I'm talking about when I say the new heaven, I'm not talking about a little place floating around in the sky. All right. I'm talking about the people who are on the new earth that are creating the new earth. When it's their time to ascend, they're going to be the overseers of the new earth, and the new earth leaders are going to take charge of the new earth. We are just keeping the balance, the checks and balances. Okay. So the new earth, you will be working too. Okay. Some of you, depending on the merits of what you were able to get accomplished, if you were able to master this realm, which we are all called to do. When you ascend, you may be one of the ones that come back, just like you have spirit guides and ancestors and stuff that are coaching and mentoring you to reach the highest version of yourself, to reconnect with the divine. Some of you may be doing that as well, okay? Others of you are going to sit on councils. You're going to oversee the plans of the earth, okay? It's not all about the earth. When I tell you that the ascension process is for all sentient life forms and beings, I meant exactly that. Okay? There's a reason why all in your religious paintings you see this. Okay? When somebody's blessing, this is still an as above, so below type principle. Whatever you bind yourself on earth will be bound in heaven. So make sure you are in right alignment with the creator of all. All right, with that source type energy. If you are thinking, I'm going to bank and live in heaven and walk around heaven all day, what you have bound yourself to is slavery. Any Elohim or any creator that is not pushing for you to live a righteous life and have independent thought is not in your best interest. Okay, we are here to grow. We are here to evolve. Oh, my hair is getting sun bleached. I'm sorry, I just noticed that. I got brown hair now. Okay, cool. Anyway, all right, now, the eclipse is Shekinah, all right? If you know what the moon is, that's a divine feminine power that's going on. The Shekinah, divine feminine. Be prepared for your upgrades. Be prepared for increased intuition. Be prepared for increased knowledge, okay? And that wisdom to bring forth here. I came here to perfect understanding. All right. When we read certain things, when we understand certain things. Now, I'm also going to tell you this. While these two timelines are being played out simultaneously, some of you who are multidimensional are bouncing between both of these timelines. OK, I was doing that too in 2020. OK, in 2022, I am steadfast in my timeline. I'm only broadcasting to a lower timeline to try to get y'all out of the fear. OK, yes. There are certain things that are taking place on the 3D earth that is not taking place on the 5D earth. One of those things is what we are considering food shortages. Let me explain something to you. I don't care what it looks like to you. Keep that eye single, okay? I have been young and I have been old, but I've never seen the righteous forsaken nor his seed begging bread. Understand that many of these principles that were taught to you in your religious texts were aligning with Hermetic principles. I can go through and teach you and show you every religious verse that you dismissed as being mess or trickery or slavery and assign it to a Hermetic principle that will prove you wrong. All right? And right now, I don't have a lot of time to do it, but I am off on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So what I'm going to start to do is continue to do these PowerPoint presentations to perfect your understanding so that we can change the way the mind thinks. And once we change the way the mind thinks and transmute it to a more positive place, you will find yourself on that timeline. Okay? But you have to understand that you are here to master this realm. You're here to master this realm so the soul can be evolved enough to oversee other responsibilities. Do you understand? Violent souls, injustice souls, unjust souls, negative souls do not inherit higher realms of consciousness. They stay put. So it is your job to make sure that you are inheriting a higher level of consciousness and stay out of the fear. If you are getting personal downloads to prepare for something or to do something, go ahead and do it. Okay? If, however, you are feeding into what the masses is thinking, you're not in alignment. Okay? You need to know without a shadow of a doubt who you are, who you belong to. And you need to be focused on trying to rebuild this new earth. Okay? So, if you've been given an opportunity that you think is too big for you, get rid of that mentality. Small minds think small. Large minds think expansive. You are called to expansive thinking. You're not small. You hold the power of the Most High. You hold the power of God in your DNA. Why are you still afraid? Why? Okay? Go into these levels that you are being called to. Go into these industries that you are being called to and start revamping and shaping them from the inside out. So that by the time it is time for you to go on to the next level, you have laid that foundation for the new earth, and the new earth leaders can come and take over. Okay? Some of this is going to be taking place during this lunar eclipse. Divine Feminine, this lunar eclipse is Shekinah. Okay? This is reflected light. Reflected light from the Creator. You need to be feeling this. Get your prayers in line. Get your meditations in line. Get your manifestations in line. Start doing it now. Okay? Because when this comes, you should be tapped in. By the time we go through this, you should be tapped in. Things should start looking different for you. How you are feeling start to look different from you. Okay? Let go of the things that no longer serve you during this time. All right? Get prepared to work. All right? Now, you can call it whatever you want. Some people say we don't want to work for the Matrix. Fine. I don't work for the Matrix. I work for the Most High. I work for God. Okay? And if that case is that I need to learn some new things, okay, so that I can further develop or perfect what it is that I am trying to get accomplished here, I will do that. And it's not the Matrix, it's God. And the reason why I'm working for God is because I am assisting humanity in learning the ways that they can overcome certain obstacles in their lives. Things that have been closed off to them, we are opening. Remember, God says, I open up a door that no man can shut. All right? We are here opening these doors for you. We are putting in the hard work for you. Dragon seeds, you are creator beings. All right? This is why you are heavily misunderstood. This is why you are highly ambitious. All right? You are creator beings. In this 5D earth, in this new earth, you need to get creating. All right? We don't serve a God of chaos and confusion. Get that out your mind. Nor do we serve a lazy God. All right? We were created in that image. So therefore, we are co-creators. It's not enough to complain about everything that's wrong and not do anything to correct it. If you've been given the charge to correct it, start correcting it. Okay? I met with some very powerful beings, some brothers that's on their way to major wealth right now. Major wealth. I asked what you're going to do with the wealth. We want to open up these nonprofit organizations. Bam, that's what I'm talking about. Okay? I'm fighting here in my county for shelters to get funding for low-income people. All right? This is how we are changing and moving this world. Don't talk about it unless you're going to be about it. And I need for you to focus on being about it. Whatever avenue that is, do not stay idle. Keep your eye single. Focus on the end goal. Get rid of the distractions. They're only here to keep you thinking, well, what about this? Well, what about that? Well, what if this? Well, what if that? Well, what if that? We don't have time for that. It's not going to matter to your soul anyway. What difference will it make if you knew that the earth was flat versus the earth being round? Okay? Are souls still going to ascend if it's flat and round? Yes. Are souls still going to descend if it's flat, or if it's flat around? Yes. Is there still going to be wickedness and unrighteousness rather as one or the other? Yes. So instead of focusing on the things that do not matter, focus on the things that matter to your soul. Do you understand me? I hope I'm coming across loud and clear. I did miss you guys. I'm not yelling at y'all this morning. I'm actually in a pretty good mood. It was just that this came upon me so heavy this morning that I had to. I'm parked outside of my building right now. I didn't even walk in. I had to get this out to you guys, okay? Focus. Focus. Keep thy eyes single. I don't care what the news is saying. I don't care what YouTube community is saying. Remember, I told you there's always going to be two propagandas pushed to you. Those of us who find the middle path become the ascended masters. That means we are bypassing this realm of duality. Don't think that everything that you see on YouTube is correct too. It is not. If it's being pushed in your face, question it. We are here to question everything, even questioning the things that is telling you to question everything. Some of the spiritual industry are aligning with the NWO. All right? Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. I found out this myself. I was like, well, I used to follow that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really used to follow that guy. And they're like, no. They are a part of that agenda. And what agenda is that? To replace that which is spiritual, that which is metaphysical, that which is divine with pure science. Guess what? Science is not going to be able to answer all of these questions. They haven't for eons. They haven't for centuries. What makes you think they're going to do it now? Everything in this universe is balanced. Okay? Pros and cons, ebb and flow, yin and yang, science, religion. All right? So, I'm speaking to you to get you empowered today. You got everything that you need to get whatever it is that you have to get accomplished. Start believing in yourself again. Start believing in your creator. Start believing in your divine inheritance. We're walking this earth as royalty. I don't know about you, but I am. Do you understand? Okay? Lunar eclipse. Get your meditations. Get your prayers going. Put out intentions for your families. Okay? Put out intention for those who are falling behind. Put out beautiful intentions. Put out intentions for yourself. Focus on what you want your new earth to look like. And then start working to build that. First, individually in your own life. And then second, let it expand to out the consciousness. Okay? Uh-oh. Everybody's going to start pulling in right now. I am so sorry. I got to go. I am Sophie. I love you all. Bye.